welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy and ride the wave. Welcome to Stay Wavy
Paul
TV.
absolutely crashed out on Bad Bunny before he even had his halftime Super Bowl performance last night. And it's obvious that Jake Paul is MAGA. Jake Paul is ignorant. Jake Paul is biased. And what he said on Twitter last night was extremely offensive to Puerto Rico. And the whole hypocrisy of Jake Paul's statements, before we get into it, is, for those that don't know, Jake Paul is a resident of Puerto Rico, okay? He has a Puerto Rican citizenship, right? Even though Puerto Rico is a part of America, but he lives in Puerto Rico to avoid having to pay taxes over here in America, right? I've seen Jake Paul represent the Puerto Rican flag during his fights. So for Jake Paul to come out and make these statements, it just goes to show that Jake Paul has a low IQ level, man. It's obvious that he doesn't understand how stupid he made himself look last night, right? And on top of that, he has one of the most successful female boxers in the history of boxing who is Puerto Rican, Amanda Serrano. He extremely offended his fighter that is signed to MVP Promotions, Amanda Serrano, by making these statements, to the point where she had to come out and respond. So this is what Jake Paul had to say, y'all. He said, "Purposefully turning off the halftime show, let's rally together and show big corporations they can't just do whatever they want without consequences, which equals viewership for them. You are the benefit, realize you have power, turn off this halftime, a fake American citizen performing who publicly hates America. I cannot support that." Now, Jake Paul, Bad Bunny does not hate America. Okay, if Bad Bunny hated America, he would not be performing at the halftime show. If Bad Bunny hated America, he wouldn't be doing movies with Adam Sandler, bro. If Bad Bunny hated America, he would not be wrestling in WWE shows, brother. That's not a person that hates America. Bad Bunny doesn't like how Hispanic people are being treated by ICE. I understand that if you're here illegally, then you're gonna get deported. But there's been people who have been, unfairly treated during this whole ICE situation. We've seen people die with this whole ICE situation. So Bad Bunny was simply standing up for his Hispanic, people that he feels like some should be able to stay if they're not out here committing crimes. That's what he was standing up for. And in the Super Bowl, he was representing Hispanic and Caribbean culture. He didn't just, represent, the Spanish, countries and the Caribbean and the Spanish islands and the Caribbean islands. He shouted out Jamaica. He shouted out Haiti. He had the Jamaican flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole performance was about unity. It was about, love overpowering hate. And because you live your life being pro-hate, which is obvious at this point, right? You got offended by a person just standing for unity. So Amanda Serrano responded to this, and you can tell that she was so hurt by the statements that Jake Paul made. She probably was crying while she was making this tweet, bro, because you guys got to understand, bro, this is a very sensitive time for Hispanic people over here in America, bro. There's a lot going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why people feel like it's so cool to be insensitive towards other human beings. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, we all human. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's better than anybody else based off of your race. You know what I'm saying? Or the country that you live in. You feel me? Like, the fact that people still have that mindset in 2026, it just goes to show how behind we are as a society, as a human race, bro. To the point where you got people out here that is attacking people's cultures, and you're attacking people based off of their race or, the country that they come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe that this level of ignorance is still going on in America, which is supposed to be, the greatest country in the world, where we're the most united. You feel me? Like guys, like, the fact of the matter is America is a melting pot. America is not just a country full of one specific group of people. This is a country that has Americans, Italians, Europeans, Jamaicans, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's a melting pot. Now there is some countries that are mostly white, right? You have some states in America that are mostly white. You got some states and cities in America that might be mostly black, mostly Hispanic. But at the end of the day, America, for the most part, is a diverse country. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into what Amanda Serrano had to say. She said, "Tonight I am here where I'm supposed to be in my beautiful island with my people, celebrating and watching how well Benito represented us and our culture. I am proud to be Puerto Rican, and I am proud to be an American citizen. Puerto Ricans are not fake Americans. We are citizens who have contributed to this country in every field, from military service to sports, business, science, and the arts, and our identity and citizenship deserve respect. I would not have the opportunity I have today without the support and belief that MVP Promotions and Jake Paul showed in me, and I will always be grateful for the role they have played in helping change my life and elevating women's boxing. At the same time, I want to be clear. I do not agree with the statements that question the legitimacy or identity of Puerto Rican people, and I cannot support that characterization. It is wrong. I fight with the pride of Puerto Rico and represent my flag every time I step into the ring. I will always stand with my people with respect for who we are and with pride in where we come from. I will never change and will forever be a proud Boricua." So shout out to Amanda Serrano, man. Like I said, just the fact that she had to come out and write a 4-paragraph essay because her boss wants to make ignorant, racist comments like he did last night because he's pro MAGA, he's pro Donald Trump. Like, this is my whole thing. Like, I don't get how some people can't separate politics from humanity, right? Like, I understand politics, and you got Democrats, you got Republicans, right? You got some people that is with the independent party. You got some people that's not on either side. But when are we gonna put politics to the side and put humanity first, bro? You know what I'm saying? And Jake Paul is obviously a person that doesn't know how to do that. Now, his brother Logan Paul came out and said that he doesn't agree with his comments. And I want to congratulate Logan Paul for that, because before Logan Paul said that, I saw a video where they asked Logan Paul if he was excited for Bad Bunny's performance, and he said no. So I thought he was on the same side as Jake Paul, but he actually came out and disagreed with Jake Paul's statements. And for those that don't know, Puerto Rico has been identified as an American country since 1917. So Puerto Ricans are Americans. A lot of people don't know that, right? Just because it's an island that speaks Spanish does not mean that they're not Americans. Puerto Ricans are Americans. You don't, like, if you're an American citizen like myself, you can go to Puerto Rico without a passport. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into what Logan Paul had to say. Logan Paul said, "I love my brother, but I don't agree with this. Puerto Ricans are Americans, and I'm happy they were given the opportunity to showcase the talent that comes from the island." Shout out to Logan Paul, bro. Listen, like I said, Logan Paul is a WWE wrestler. So there's a possibility that, Logan Paul, he has some type of friendship or relationship with Bad Bunny, because like I said, Bad Bunny, I think Bad Bunny is the greatest celebrity wrestler of all time. Like, if Bad Bunny was to ever take a step from being one of the biggest musicians in the world, I think he could easily be a full-time WWE wrestler, and I think he could easily be a superstar in the WWE. Like, Bad Bunny is a very talented guy, bro. Like, whether you like his music or not, I like his music, even though I don't understand what he's saying. I like his music because I date a lot of Hispanic women, and they play his music around me, and I like it. The music's good. But this dude is also an actor. He's also a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just in a movie with Adam Sandler last year. Like, this dude is a very talented dude. And I think his performance at the halftime show was great. And I love the fact that he stood up for his people when he represented all of the Caribbean islands, all of the Hispanic countries. And he even shouted out Canada, man. So, anybody that has ignorant, hateful comments to say about Bad Bunny's performance, I think you're just not for unity. You're a person that you like, You like division. You like being divisive, right? You like being, ignorant, right? You don't want to see the country of America come together as a whole, right? You stand for, hate. You're on the wrong side of the team. And listen, bro, you're entitled to that. To the people out there that's like that, shout out to y'all. I know there's a lot of Donald Trump supporters out there. I, at one point, was a Donald Trump supporter. I'm not anymore, right? I think he did some good things in his first term, but what I've seen from Trump in his second term, I kind of question why I ever supported him in any type of way. You know what I'm saying? I think Donald Trump is just gone way too far. He's just gone way too far right, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, shout out to Bad Bunny. Shout out to Puerto Rico. I think the performance was great. And it's your boy Wavy, man. Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, click that hype button for your boy, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. I'm out.
Welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy and ride the wave.